pursuit. So he's a master instructor through the Police Training Institute at the University of Illinois. Frank also has trained at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, earning certificates in the active shooter, threat instructor program, hostage negotiations through the FBI, along with the FBI LEADA Trilogy Award for Leadership. Frank started as a police trainer in 1996, and since that time has attended and trained thousands of hours of police tactics around the nation for sworn officers, correction officers, and then the private security area. Frank is currently the training director for the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office since 2015 and has presented the SAFE training program for over 50,000 people in the private and corporate world over the last few years. Frank is also the co-owner of F2 Training Systems, which I don't know what that is, and volunteers his time as a football coach and mentor at Lutheran High School when he has time. And he's also a Rockford native and went to St. Bernadette, and then went to Boylan High School. So with that, let's give him a warm welcome.
Okay, so it's Frank Ingardona. Been a police officer for a long time. Raised a bunch of kids, raised a bunch of football players, trained them all on how to be good people, and they've gone off and done great things. So I'm very proud of that. Situational awareness. So even though I'm 6'2", 195 pounds of pure muscle, maybe that was a long time ago. And I've been into martial arts. I competed in judo, owned jiu-jitsu school, did all that stuff. But I use this more than anything, right? It's a lot easier to see a problem and handle it that way before you have to get into a fight. People ask me if I still fight. I said I do, out of bed every morning. I'm 61 years old and I've destroyed my body over the years, but I had fun doing it. So I'm going to start with a video. I'm going to let you watch it and then I will explain the video to you.
This is an awareness test. How many passes does the team in white make? Go! The answer is 13. But did you see the moonwalking bear?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so if you haven't seen something like this, you missed the bear because you were following the ball. The reason I show this, predators like to take your attention, right? They want to take all your attention so you don't see what's about to happen. So I think you said 50,000. I'm up to 65,000 now.
Woo.
Yeah. Spoke to a lot of people. I was in a store and a woman came up to me and she goes, "I heard your talk." She goes, "It helped me." I'm like, "Tell me. I love hearing good stories. What happened?" She was at TJ Maxx on 173. It was getting dark out. She was walking out of the store and a woman from across the parking lot was going, "Ma'am, hold up a second. I got to ask you a question." And she knew that was the ball, right? She got into her car, started it up, cracked her window, because the woman was still walking saying something, and she's going, "Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, I need you to." She put it in gear when a van with two guys pulled up and tried to block her in. And she was able to get around them and call the police. She said if she wouldn't have understood the ball, she would have paid more attention to what that woman was saying and less on what was going on around her.
Wow.
So we always want to keep our eyes focused on what's happening around us, not just the person trying to make all the big arm movements. Rockford. If any of you have driven around Rockford, what do you see on the corners?
Panhandlers.
Yeah.
Panhandlers, right? I can tell you this with all certainty. Handing money out your window to someone does no one good. We have a lot of places that could use your donations, that want to help people. We have a $10 million shelter downtown that could use your donations if you want to help people. Handing it out your window doesn't help anyone. It scares people. It doesn't scare me because 6'2", 295 pounds of pure muscle, right? But it does scare my sister. It scares my wife. We have a convertible that we drive in the summer. She won't even drive it alone because she's afraid when she pulls up to, they see her in it. She's small, and they approach her. Why do you think they're still there?
Because people give them money.
People give them money. If everyone would stop giving them money, they wouldn't be there.
That's
Right?
right.
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was a Rockford police officer,
Some jobs.
there was a guy panhandling. I watched him. He got into a van and was driving away, and I pulled him over. I walked up to him. I go, listen, I'm not going to write you a ticket, not going to arrest you. I just want to talk to you. Will you talk to me? He goes, sure. I go, why do you do this? He goes, it's my job. I go, what do you mean it's your job? He goes, I wake up every morning, I don't shower, I put on dirty clothes, I make a sign of the day, whether it's ex-military, I want to work on people's heartstrings. And he goes, I go out and I work. He goes, I need to make $200 to $400 a day, cash. That's my goal. If it takes a couple hours, great day at work, I can go home. If it takes 10 hours, long day at work, but I got to get that $200 to $400. Cash, tax-free. That's what he's doing, right? So, you can help people, and by all means, you'll see as I talk, be nice, help people, but that's not helping anyone, all right? All right, so now we'll go through some important stuff here. Complacency, fatigue, distractions. Most dangerous thing you guys do every day of your life is, you just did it to get here.
Drive.
Drive a vehicle, right? More people get hurt and killed in vehicle accidents than anything else. But we become complacent because we've been doing it so long, right? If you can remember back when we were young, when we first got our license, right? 10 and 2, we were paying attention, and then after a little bit, and putting the Saturday Night Fever 8-track in, right? We get complacent. Now, what do we have?
Cell phones.
Oh, the most dangerous invention ever made, right here. And we all have them, and we can't just say, them darn kids. It's not the kids. I remember leaving home, going to work one day, and I forgot my phone, and I panicked. I turned around, ran back in. I might have missed what somebody had for breakfast on Facebook or something. I don't know. They have us all. I call phones void fillers. Think about it. When you're watching TV and a commercial comes on, what do? Yeah, pick up that phone. It's a void filler. When you're driving and you get to a stop sign or a stoplight, void filler, right? When you come to a stoplight, you should be watching your mirrors, making sure that person behind you isn't looking at the phone and gonna run into you. You should be watching the street, who's approaching me. The phone should stay away. Cell phones, food, smoking. Passengers is one I talk about also. We're such good people, we look at each other when we talk. So I'm driving a 3,000-pound bullet and I'm having a conversation with you. My eyes should be here. I hear with my ears, I speak with my mouth. I can have a conversation with you and still watch the road. Smart man once told me a rolling ball is always followed by a running child. And if you don't see that ball, guess what? You're going to miss that child, right? So we need to pay more attention when we're driving. Green means?
Go.
All right, everybody. Green means?
Go.
Go.
Yeah, you're all wrong. Green means caution. Here's what I mean by that. When I'm driving down the road and I have a green light, I slow down and I look both ways because I don't trust none of you.
Yeah.
Because of this. I've seen way too many people run lights. So I have to pay attention for everyone. So I will slow down, make sure it's good. If I'm at a red light and it turns green, I'll take a second. You know, if you want to beat me off the line, congratulations, you're a NASCAR driver. I don't care. I'm going to take a second, make sure everybody trying to beat that yellow on the other side, which is red most of the time they're running through it. It's going to be clear. Reactionary distance, vehicle placement. When you pull up to a red light, when I pull up, I will leave a quarter car distance between us in case I need to get out, right? In case I'm watching my mirror and I see that person coming up real fast and I need to move a little bit, right? If you're one of the people that pull right up on my back bumper, I don't like you, right? So I usually, because I leave enough room, I see you on my back bumper and I go, so I pull up a little bit, and then what do you do? Pull right up behind me and gets me mad. Someone hits you, you're gonna hit me, right? Leave yourself some distance when you're in the vehicle. 1 in 4 car accidents caused by texting driving. People say it won't be me. 1 in 5, 300 million chance of winning the Mega Millions. People go, hey, you never know, I got a shot. If you are messing around with this thing while driving, it's not if, it's when. Something bad's gonna happen. Just so you know, Illinois law, if you get into a major accident where death or great bodily harm happens, and there's a phone in that vehicle, we will confiscate it and we will go through it to see if you were on it. Texting, Facebooking, TikToking, whatever you all do. Who in here is TikToking, right? Anybody? Little overcrowded. I'm on TikTok now because my son's dog is famous, so I'm watching them. They had to set it up. I didn't know how to do it, but it was kind of cool. All right. Here's the other thing we're going to talk about, fatigue. Fatigue driving is as dangerous as drunk driving, right? If you are tired and you're driving a vehicle, you need to pay attention. Who in here has fallen asleep while driving a vehicle? Just me?
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, I was on midnight shift. It was like 2 in the morning. I'd been up coaching, I just didn't have it, and I was sitting there, and pretty soon, right, and I ran up on a curb and ran over someone's mailbox. I had to call my sergeant, I had to call ID, I had to go knock on these people's door to get information. Awfully embarrassing, right? Here's what I train officers all over the nation in. If you feel like you are getting tired, get out and walk around. Get out, slap yourself around. I don't care what you do. But do something, because it will catch you. And if it does, it can be very bad. Stupid videos. Watch this guy's eyes. How long was he asleep?
A second.
And what's the elephant in the room?
No seatbelt.
No seatbelt.
Oh, dear God.
Now, I want honesty. Who in here does not wear a seatbelt? Anyone? Usually in every class I teach, there's at least one person who raises their hand. And you know what the biggest excuse is?
Forgot?
Uncomfortable.
Oh.
Does that look comfortable?
Dear God.
Yeah. Wear your seatbelt. It saves lives. I handled the 2 young kids, 16 and 17. Icy, slid off the road, hit a tree. The driver was seatbelted in, the passenger was not. The passenger was ejected through the front windshield and died. Yeah. The driver who was seatbelted in, no injuries. Well, no physical injuries. Mental injuries the rest of his life, right? Best friend, ejected and died. So, wear your seatbelt. Wow. All right, we're going to talk about the AIM principle. Awareness, image, mindset. Awareness, what we're talking about today. Paying attention to what's going on around you, right? Paying attention to what's going on around you. Here I want to talk about image. Any military in here? Military? What branch?
Air Force.
Air Force. Thank you. When you went into the Air Force, did you know how to walk?
I guess I
You thought you did. You didn't, did you? They taught you for a long...
You asked for military?
Yes.
MP, Vietnam.
MP, Vietnam.
Thank
My
you.
dad was an MP in World War II.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank you.
USMC. USMC.
All right.
Marine Corps.
That's- yeah.
Is that Michael?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I couldn't even see. All right. So, when you went into the military, they spent a lot of time teaching you how to walk. Why? Image. How do people see you? How do you project yourself to others? If you look at me standing here, 6'2", 195 pounds of pure muscle, we're still laughing at that.
Yeah.
All right, right? Chin up, shoulders back, confident. Watch if I make this much of a movement, what it does to your perception. That much. Rolled my shoulders forward, lowered my head. It changes how you look at me. When I walk, right? Just like they teach you to walk. Here, strong, confident. If I walk by you, I'll see you, right? I don't ask open questions, right? I don't go, how are you today? Because that invites a conversation. I'll say morning or whatever, and I keep walking. But I see you, and you see me, right? Mindset is made up of three things: awareness, decisiveness, willingness. Awareness, big word again. Decisiveness. Nobody makes good decisions when they're scared or startled. We just don't. Think about times where you've been scared or startled, and you scream or you don't make a good decision, right? If we are aware of what's going on, then we can come up with a plan. So, we always look into a space before we enter it. When I pull into a parking lot, I scan. When I get out of my car, I scan. What do I see? Right? When I leave my home, when I go into a room, I always pay attention. I look into a room before I enter it. Two stories. One, my wife, Amy, who's this big. Okay, she's not that big, but she's little to me. Tiny. We get out of the car at Target. As I get out, I scan, and I look to my right, and I see a guy who spots her. She's starting to walk, and he starts walking towards her. So I start walking, and I go, sir, I'm sorry, we don't have anything for you. Keep moving. And he goes, no, I just need to ask her. I go, you don't need to ask her anything. He said I was number one. I go, great, I'm number one. Keep moving. Amy turns and looks at me, and she goes, who are you yelling at? I'm like, pay attention. You've had my class. You should stop this. And her answer was, I don't need to because I'm with you. I go, okay, that makes sense. Pay attention to your surroundings. Look, the woman on Harrison pulls into Mobile, gets out at 7 in the morning, cold, runs in, gets her coffee, jumps back in her car. She's at Newburgh and Mulford when the guy in her back seat comes up. She didn't lock her doors. She didn't look into a space before she got back into it. She was in a hurry. He was cold. He was walking by. He got on the floorboard in her back seat. She never saw him. Very dangerous, very scary, right? So we always look into a space before we enter. Make a decision, right or wrong. The road is littered with flat squirrels who couldn't make a decision. Love that. Right? We've all been there driving and that squirrels, and we're like, just go one way or the other. Stop dancing and run. Right? And that's what I'm telling you. Do something. Make a decision. It doesn't even have to be the right thing, but do something. If you are scared, be loud. If you go home and your door's kicked open, make a good decision. This happened to me. I was a young officer. I got called to a house, burglary in progress. 86-year-old woman was standing in the driveway, shaking. I got out. I go, ma'am, are you okay? She goes, yeah. And I look, and her door's kicked off the hinges. I go, wait here. I take out my gun. I start walking in, and her little voice behind me says, oh, honey, I already checked. No one's in there. Put my gun away. I went back, I said, what kind of gun do you have? She goes, I don't have a gun. I go, I wouldn't have went in there without one, and I'm 6,295 pounds right? But when I spoke to her, I said, why? Why? And she goes, well, my great-great-grandma had given me some stuff that it's irreplaceable. I just had to make sure it wasn't taken. There's nothing in your home other than humans irreplaceable, right? Make good decisions. All right, so image. How do people look at it? So the FBI did a study. They spoke to predators incarcerated all over the nation. They asked them one question. What do you look for in a victim? They all had the same answers. Here are some of them. When I look at someone, they avert their eyes and bow their head. That means I'm the alpha. I'm the top dog. I'm the one they're afraid of. The way they walk. If they're overburdened. The one that pissed me off, most off, was women with small children, right? They're easy victims. So, we walk with confidence, we pay attention to our surroundings, and we go from there. Watch this guy. He sees him, watch him, the minute he looks at him, what's he do? Averts his eyes. The minute he starts walking towards him, getting ready for battle, he sits down and submits. He gets close, he leans back, submits a little more. Now this guy, all he has to do is look for witnesses. He put this guy through a series of tests to see if he'd be a good victim, and he passed with flying colors. Sits way too close to him. I think we all know what's about to happen. Bang. Bag taken. So I show this and people go, holy cow, that guy didn't have a clue what was about to happen. I disagree. Remember the last thing, mindset? He didn't have the mindset to change it. He accepted the fact that he was going to be a victim. He sat down and accepted. So the animal brain in us, fight or flight. Have we heard that? Fight or flight? Well, there's two more that nobody talks about, and that's submit and freeze. Both are bad. Submit is what he just did. Freeze, if you're in a parking lot and you're going to your car and somebody grabs you or grabs your purse, if you freeze and you're silent, I could be 2 aisles over and never know. I hear you scream, I'm coming. I look forward to things like that. And there's a lot of people out there like me that we want to help, right? We want to be able to go, Superman, here I come, right? Don't take that away from us. Be loud, scream, help. You know, people go, should I scream fire? No, help always works. Help, I know exactly what's wrong. You need help. Fire, I'm looking for fire. Yes?
What if that was a woman there? I mean, it was me with one guy and it's
Yeah.
late and dark.
Well, even a man or woman, it doesn't matter. What could he have done to change the scenario?
We walked with the
Stay standing?
Yeah.
Walk to where people are. Okay, maybe I missed my train, but I want other people around. One more person with you changes everything. Because predators don't want witnesses, and they don't want confrontation. They're weak. And they want to overpower and take and scare you, right? So, if he walks out and the guy goes, give me your bag, drop the bag and go. Listen, if I'm unarmed and I walk out of here and somebody points a gun at me and says, give me your wallet, I don't look at him and go, do you know who I am? 1,695 pounds. I know, jiu-jitsu, judo, some other Japanese words, right? No, I go, here's my wallet. I drop it and I walk away. I go, it's all yours, enjoy. Take it, it's all yours. Give me your car keys. There's my keys. Take the car, you know, crash it really good. Don't just ding it up. Make sure it's. This happened to a friend of mine a couple summers ago by Mississippi, leaving a job, and it is a Porsche Cayenne. He walks up, boop, gun to the back of his head. He goes, give me your keys. He goes, here you go, son, enjoy it. 17-year-old kid. That wasn't his first carjacking. He crashed it, we caught him, but that buddy of mine was scared to death. He goes, I've never had a gun pointed at me, because that was scary. Absolutely, it's scary. Give them what they want. Now, if I drop my wallet and go, it's all yours, and I walk away and you start coming towards me, well, then you didn't want that to begin with, did you? You want it all, but it
Yeah.
probably won't happen to me. But that's what I'm gonna fight, right? You can have stuff, but you wanna take me, difference. If someone points a gun at you and says, get in my car, don't ever get in the car. Nothing good comes from getting in the car. They're gonna take you to a secondary location, do bad things, and probably kill you anyway. I spoke to a woman, she was from Detroit. This happened to her. She walked into a store with her 2 kids. She forgot her purse. She told the kids, wait here, I'll be right back. Ran to get the purse. Guy grabbed her by the hair, put a gun in her ribs. Said, you make a sound, I'll kill you where you stand. She believed him. He started dragging her over. There was an alley, she said. She got there and there was a car. And she stopped. Then he goes, don't stop, get in the car. And she knew she had to make a decision now. She said she clawed him, took off, he pulled a chunk of hair out of her head and actually fired the gun and it went through her side, didn't hit anything vital. She said it was the best thing that ever happened to her. People heard the gunshot come. She said she guarantees if she'd have gotten in that car, she wouldn't have been there talking to me today. And I guarantee it. If he was willing to pull that trigger in front of God and everybody out in that public, he was going to do it anyway, right? Okay, here we go. Stay aware of your surroundings, heads up, eye scanning at all times. Be prepared. Car alarms, pepper spray. Who in here has pepper spray? All right, couple things with pepper spray. 2 things you need to know. 1, the aerosol will go bad at some point. So every 4 months or so, go outside, not into the wind, not towards anyone you love. Give it a squirt. Make sure it still has propellant, right? And 2, it does you no good in your glove box or the bottom of your purse. What's the most dangerous time of the day? Dusk. Most dangerous part of town?
Wherever you are.
Anywhere? So what's the most dangerous time of the day?
Anytime.
The time you're in, right? Sunday morning, 10 a.m., Cherryvale Mall. People leaving church, going into the mall, running gun battle through Macy's over a pair of shoes. 10 a.m., Sunday, nobody would have thought that, but it happens, right? So we don't go on, well, it's dark, I'm on the west side of town, I'm here, I'm there. Doesn't matter. It can happen anywhere, so we pay attention at all times. Car alarms, a lot of our cars now have that panic button on them. Good thing to have in your hand when you're walking out to your car in a parking lot. Predators don't like sound. They don't like attention being brought to them. Get that thing screaming, right? When you park in your garage or in your driveway, take that into your bedroom and hit it. If it reaches and it sets that alarm off, great thing to have next to your bedstand. You hear something crashing, you're scared, whatever, get sound going, any type of alarms. So we talk about alarm systems. There are a lot of companies out there that will take your money, right? But understand, you want audible, loud, right? Screeching, dog barking alarms, they have them too. Here's my house. I have a ring camera in front, 2 ring cameras in back. I have motion lights in front, motion lights in back. I have a fenced-in yard with motion lights in the yard. So if anybody walks in that yard, they go up. To be honest with you, it's for my dog, so I can see my dog. I live by Black Hawk Springs Forest Preserve, and I've got bobcat, coyotes, all sorts of crazy things out there, so I like to see where my dog is. But inside my home, I have timers on lamps throughout my house, downstairs, upstairs, different places. They go off at different times of the night. You will never know if someone's home, awake, or not in my home because lights are turning on and off, okay? How do we answer a door? I learned this last summer from my wife and her 21-year-old daughter, who's tiny also. It was broad daylight. I was out back doing some work, and I hear knock, ringing doorbell, knock. They're inside. They'll get the door. Knock, ringing doorbell, knock. I'm like, what is going on? I go in, and they're hiding in the kitchen. I go, what are you doing? I don't know who it is. I go, did you look? No. I go, it was my 90-year-old neighbor. And I'm like, hi, and she goes, I can't get my garage door shut. I go, I'll come help you. And I look back at them too, and I'm like, wow, right? Okay. well, yeah, you know, we're scared. I go, okay, there's something about being cautious, but you have to be smart. Here's how burglars come into your home. Bang, 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 any dogs? Bang, 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 anybody up? Rattle the door, nothing. Kick the door, now they're in your home, and you're hiding, right? So here's what I tell everybody. Somebody knocks at your door, whatever time, phone in hand, look out the door. If you know them, answer your door. If you don't, first thing you do is you walk up, and here's what I teach all of our people. Walk up, my daughter, my wife, everyone. They look and they go, honey, I got it, right? Whether I'm home or not. Dad, I got it. What did they just do? They made this person on the other side of the door realize there's someone else in the house. That's a good tactic. Then they go, can I help you? Well, my car broke down. I'll call the police right now. They'll be here to help you. If they need help, they'll be happy you're doing it. If they don't, they're going to scurry away. Now, this is the point of the presentation. I tell you, do what I say, not what I do. Yeah, big dude, gun. I had a 100-pound Akita who, when I would put on alert, you would not come through my door. 9 o'clock at night, it's dark. Someone's banging on my door. I look out. It's a woman. I open the door. I said, can I help you? And I have my dog here. And my dog's brown. And she backs up and she goes, does your dog bite? I go, all dogs bite. It's whether she's going to bite you or not, and I don't speak dog.
Yeah.
Right? And she goes, well, thank you for answering the door. Nobody answers the door. My car ran out of gas on Perryville. All I need is $20. And my 2 kids, young kids are in there, and I need help. I need $20 for gas. I go, oh my God, honey, are you lucky? I'm a police officer. I go, I will have a squad come to, and she starts backing away. You know? And I go, whoa, where are you going? I said, I'll have a squad come. She turns around and starts walking, being the smart aleck I am. I go, but what about the children? We got to save the kids, right? She jumps in a car with a guy, and they take off. It's a scam, right? Call the police. Don't do what I do. All right. Always have a plan. Know your exit strategies. Wherever you are, how do I get out? If the door I came in is compromised, we're creatures of habit. We all came in that door. If panic, fire, shooting, something happens, if you don't have an ulterior plan, you're going to go right back to that door, right? Maybe that door's compromised. When I go out to restaurants, I always look for the secondary exit. How do I get out if I need to? Buddy of mine was the first one on the scene at the Great White disaster. Great White was an old rock and roll band. They played at Union Station in Rhode Island. I have video of it, but I don't show it because it's disturbing. The band's on stage, place is packed. Band's on stage, and pyrotechnic goes up, and it starts a backdrop on fire. It starts going over the top. They put a clock on it, 30 seconds, 15 seconds. One guy in the middle of the crowd realizes he's in danger. He's turning around, he's trying to get out, he's going, go, go, go. The band's still playing, other people are still cheering. At 30 seconds, the whole place is engulfed. 101 people died.
Oh, gosh.
My buddy said that the 2 double doors where everyone came in, there were piles of bodies. People all tried to get back out the same way. Now, some people did survive. There was other exits that they went out. The band went out the other exit. The workers got out other exit. The people that had a plan got out. The people who panicked because they never thought something like this would happen, perished, right? So, have a plan, pay attention. Where would I go if? What would I do if I need to get out? What's my exit plan? It takes a couple seconds to look and see another exit when you're out of the restaurant. I'll talk about that later. Don't give out personal information over the phone. We all know this, right? Unless it's your car warranty, then you better make, no, I'm kidding. There's so many scams, they're calling you. Don't believe anyone. Don't believe them. The police will never ask you for money over the phone, right? The good organizations will never do that. Here's the one I want to talk about. Don't allow anyone into your house without an appointment you made. This happened in Rockford. Guy shows up, he's got a hard hat, a yellow vest, a little kit, and a portable radio. Goes, hi ma'am, knocks on the door, she answers. Hi ma'am, I'm from the water department, we have contamination in the neighborhood. He goes, I just left your neighbors, I had to shut her water down. I need to check your water. And she goes, oh my God. She goes, I have people coming over tonight. I can't have my water shut down. He goes, I know it's a struggle, but he goes, some of the houses down there I didn't have to shut off, but the neighbors I did, I need to check. And he goes, before I do, he goes, I need to ask you a couple questions. One, is there anybody in here taking a shower or drinking water? You need to tell them to stop right now. She goes, no, it's just me. Two, do you have dogs or any animals drinking water right now? If it is, you need to pick it up. No, we don't have any dogs. Put her through 2 tests, didn't he? He got on his portable radio, he said a couple things, went in, went to the kitchen, ran the water for a long time, heard something over the radio, he answered, took out a vial, poured water in it, shook it a little bit, look at it, look. He goes, oh, he goes, you're lucky. He goes, you're all good. I don't need to shut your water. She's like, oh, thank God, that's great. Have people, oh, have a good day. She goes, he was very nice. A little while later, she walked into her bedroom, it was completely ransacked, all her jewelry, money, everything was taken. He was working with an accomplice. When he would get her where, he would give the other guy a little area which to come in. He would leave the door ajar. The other guy would come in and steal everything he could. It's kind of the best case scenario, isn't it? Could have been a lot worse. But nobody comes into my home unless I make the appointment with you. All right, ladies. That little basket on the cart is not for your purse. It's for screaming children. Strap them in so they don't grab things on. Right? We'll let you in on a little secret. All of our box stores, all of our grocery stores have thieves that work them. And when I say thieves, it's not a guy with a black mask and you go, ooh, there's one, right? No, it's women with small children, it's families, and they act like they're shopping. And the minute you turn around to look for something, they reach in your purse, take the wallet right out. Take the purse right out. I had a woman in one of the class, she goes, I outsmarted them. She goes, I had my purse zipped up and had them clicked in with that baby thing. She goes, I was reading a box, I turned around, my whole cart was gone. They walked, took the whole cart to the next aisle, took her purse. Leave that purse on you, zipped up. Don't make it easy for them. Don't make it easy for them. Same thing with getting gas, we all do the same thing, right? Especially recently, you put the nozzle in, you watch the numbers, and you're like, oh, I'm paying so much for gas. Watching it's not going to help you, right? I put the nozzle in, I turn around, I pay attention to what's going on around me. I have video of cars getting in an accident, cleaning, the guy was holding the nozzle, and it cleaned his car right off the nozzle.
Oh my gosh.
Video of people crawling up on the opposite side, opening doors, taking purses right out of while you're watching the numbers go. Pay attention to what's happening around you. Watch for people hiding in parking lots. This is a big thing, right? They like to hide down behind cars, and when you get out there, want to startle you. Remember that nobody makes good decisions when you're scared or startled. That's what they're trying to do. They're going, I haven't eaten, I'm hungry, I just need money. And they want you to just go, here, leave me alone. Right? That's what they're looking for. That's why we always look into a space before we enter it. No's a word that should never be negotiated, period. If you say no, and the person is negotiating that no, trying to turn it into a yes, beware. You're in a store, you're putting something heavy in your car, and I walk up and go, hey, can I help you with that? And you go, no, I'm good. That should be the end of the conversation. I go, oh, don't be silly. I help people all the time. I'm a good person. Beware. Right? Because now I'm trying to get closer. Maybe it's as innocent as I was just trying to be a good person. Or maybe I was trying to get close enough to grab your purse or grab you. Right? No is no. You are less likely to pick a predator than a predator picking you. It's okay to ask for help. If you're in a store and you feel like you're being followed, don't just walk out. Stop. Ask the people, hey, I think I'm being followed. Can somebody walk me out to my car? One more person with you makes a big difference. My son Frankie used to work at Schnucks. He walked people out all the time. Sometimes he even walked people out that didn't know he was walking them out just because he saw something. Right? So it's okay to ask for help. I was with Menards on Perryville. I'm walking in. An older lady had a big box. She was trying to get out of her cart. She's looking at her trunk, looking at this box, struggling, looking. She looks up and sees me. She goes, can you help me? I go, absolutely, I can help you. And she picked me. I mean, come on. Good kid. She's like, yeah, he's a good kid. And I put it in. She picked me. It's okay to ask for help. You'll pick someone better. Many hands make light work. You see something, say something in your neighborhoods. If you see cars pulling up to a house and leaving, and guys getting out, walking around back and get back in and leave, you might have a dope house in your neighborhood. If you do, call. Do something. Because if people ask, none of my business. Oh, it is. Because drugs bring bad guys have guns, guns have bullets, bullets have no eyes. We've handled the bullet meant for another person that went through a house and killed a child, right? So I don't want that in my neighborhood, nor should you. All right, mental rehearsal drills, the what if of training. That's what I'm talking about. When I walk in someplace, what would I do if? How would I get out? If somebody comes to my door, what would I do? If I come home and my door's kicked off the hinges, what am I gonna do? Who am I gonna call? Where am I gonna go? What neighbor do I know? Have a plan. It's just called, when I was a young police officer, when I pulled you over, I didn't just walk up, hey, how you doing? You got a license insurance. I started the what if of training. Right from there. What do I do if he gets out and runs? What do I do if he gets out and comes at me? What do I do if he gets out and starts shooting at me? What do I do if I walk up and I see a gun on his lap? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then I ask questions, but I'm going to respond quicker if something happens. Okay? This person never did the what if of training. And she never looked into a space before she ended it, otherwise she'd have seen this guy walking past her numerous times. She's getting out of this car, he's walking past, watching her too intently. He has a knife and he's going to steal her purse.
Oh my.
Now, I love the little girl. She sheds her backpack like, you can have it. My books or whatever. Yeah, it gets worse. She's still running, runs out of her shoes. She wants that purse. He wants that purse. She ain't going to give it. Where's her child, you ask? Look in the lower left-hand corner. In a little bit here. Mommy, do you still love me?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So, I guarantee if I could get to this woman before this happened and said, I'm going to put you in a scenario, tell me your top 3 responses, what would you do? I guarantee nowhere in her top 3 would be, abandon my child and run.
Right.
Humans don't do that. We don't do that. We protect our young. But that's exactly what she did. Because we don't make good decisions when we're scared to start them. Now, in defense of her, I don't know, maybe she had another child in her purse she liked more. No, I don't know what happened, right? I don't know why she made that decision, but I'm sure it haunted her. If they only want your property, give it to them. If they want you, we fight. I talked about that. If you want it, take it. You can have it, right? But you're not taking me. Be loud, make yourself a harder target. Predators don't like to work hard, otherwise they'd have jobs. All right. Look for clues in human behavior, read body language, facial expressions. So every officer I train this. Face, hands, waistband, surrounding area. When anyone approaches me, that's how I scan them. Face will tell me your intentions. Hands carry them out. Waistband, where people carry weapons most likely. Even concealed, guns are heavy and guns are important. So I can spot when people usually have a gun on because they're paying a lot of attention to that area, right? And then surrounding the area, do they have an accomplice? Clothing. You know, if it's 95 degrees midsummer and a guy's got a stocking cap on and a trench coat and I pull up to the bank and he's getting out to walk in, maybe I'll come back, right? Maybe that's how he dresses, but it's an anomaly for the time of day. All right, recognize your problems, lay them away. How would you break into your own house? If you haven't done it, do it. Walk around your house and say, how would I break in if I need to? If you have sliding glass doors and you don't have a bottom lock or a bottom pole, get one, right? Lock your doors, lock your windows. Make sure that you're proofing your house a little better than your neighbors. Sorry. Right? But I want you to look at my house and go too much work and go down the street. This one, how easy would it be to follow you home? This also happened in Rockford. Guy hits his garage door opener, pulls in his garage, starts to get out. 2 young men attack him, beat him up severely, burglarize his home, load his car with his stuff, and off they go. When they're caught, this is what we find out. They would go to a local grocery store and they would look for a victim. This man was 86 years old. He was kind of bent over, had a little bag of groceries, probably lived alone. walked out to his brand new Cadillac, got in, he's got money, there's our mark, and they followed him home. He hit his garage door opener, pulled in, he never knew they were behind him. Know who's around you. Know who's behind you. Know if someone is following you. And if they are, now you have every right to grab that phone and dial 911 and say, I think I'm being followed and I need help. And the officers will tell you, the dispatch will tell you exactly what to do, where to go, and they will have officers coming your way, right? Pay attention. It's a dangerous world. Pickpockets, I was in Italy a few years ago. You walk around Italy like this, right? There's a little kid dancing in front of you, the other ones are picking your pockets. They're good over there, right? So, but usually it's just large crowds, that type of thing. You know, they can pick your pocket. I always keep my money in my wallet in my front pocket, harder to get to. The old wallets, right? The old Costanza wallets, the big wallets in your back pocket. We don't do that anymore. Michael, did you have a question? Okay. All right, social media, video games, skate parks, malls, schools, sporting events, parties, drugs, alcohol, violence, and gangs. What do all these things have in common? We'll go through this rather quickly, because anyone here have young children? No? Grandchildren? Right? Yeah, grandchildren. They attacking our children for criminal and/or sexual exploitation. Make no mistake, if your grandkids are on social media, they're being hunted daily by predators. They are on every social media outlet we have. Pay attention to what they're doing. Giving a child a phone with no boundaries, and by extension the internet, social media, and the dangers that being online presents can be like giving them a weapon. Between bullying, between predators, these kids, boy, technology is a neat thing, but we didn't have these worries, right? Someone wanted to call and bully me, they had to call the house phone, and my mom or dad answered. Hey, you put Frank on so I could bully him? That didn't work. You know how they bullied? Face to face. Not a lot of bullies back there, right? Now, with the internet and all this, man, and we have kids committing suicide over being bullied. It's horrible. It's horrible. So, and I blame the parents. You have to know what your kids are doing on these phones.
Amen.
You have to know what they're doing, because it's a dangerous thing. These are all just so many apps. This one, calculator percent. If you see that on your children's phone, you click it, a calculator pops up, you need to know a code. Once you type in the numbers, it goes away, and everything they're hiding from you is behind it. There's all sorts of apps like this. Do your research. If you want, you can go to YouTube, The Danger of Social Media, Child Predator Experiment. It's a good-looking kid, works with families, and says, I'll talk your daughter right out of the house. And they go, no, stranger danger. Our kids, they've been trained. He's on social media. The parents are under a sheet in the back, in a van, pulls up. Pretty soon, 12-year-old little girl, boop, pops right out of the house, little skirt, makeup on, jumps right in the van. He reaches over, locks the door, and grabs her, and now she knows she's in danger. When her parents pop up, she knows she's really in trouble. But, I'll let you guys in on a secret, but it's not a secret. You guys all know this. I'm dumb. I was dumb as a kid, right? Parents are the people that need to guide us through. They keep us from doing too much dumb stuff, right? And that's what we do for our children. All right, if you can avoid a problem before there is a problem, there should be no problem.
Yay.
You know who wrote that?
Good
I was
job.
going to put my name down there, but I thought it'd be too much. Right? I probably should have started with this, right?
Yeah.
If you can avoid a problem before there's a problem, then all that is awareness. I see it before it's about to happen. I've been out at bars when I was younger, saw the fight start, and boop, I'm out. I don't want no part of it, right? I've been hit with a beer bottle that was thrown at someone else and missed, right? I see it happening, I want to get out of there. I don't want to be around. I'll leave you with these three things. One, always know who's around you and what they're doing. I teach this to kids all the time. Know who's around you and what you're doing. I can't tell you how many kids I took to juvenile detention and looked at me and went, I didn't know he was going to do that. So I would tell my own kids this all the time. You hang around knuckleheads, you're going to be a knucklehead. Right? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. My kid, Dara lives in Austin, Texas. Frankie's in Bloomington. They go out, I go, know who's around you and what they're doing. If you get a guy with beer muscles around you, get away from him, because he's gonna start a fight and bad things are gonna happen, right? Always know who's around you and what they're doing. 2, do one nice thing every day, at least one. It's okay to be nice. It really is. It's okay to hold doors for people. And a little hint on this, if I hold the door for you, you don't have to thank me. Right? If you walk by and I don't go, oh, hey, huh? Little thanks here. I held it. No, that's not why I held the door. I held the door because I wanted to hold the door. Right? When I was in Italy, Cinque Terre, 5 little cities, I'm on a train and I get in. What do people do on trains and elevators? Either look at the floor or look at the numbers, right? So I get on and I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, is this beautiful country or what? I start talking pretty soon. By the end of the trip, we were all talking. I met people from Denmark, from Germany. It was neat. It's okay to be nice to people. It really is. Last one, I want to show of hands, and I better see every hand come up in this group. Yeah. I know you military folk are making that bet every day, right? Make the bet. You've done the first thing in your morning, right? You make the bed and it looks good. Even if you go out and have a bad day and you come home, the bed's made and it looks good. Orderliness is important, especially for young kids, right? I had football players in my home. It was like, they called it the wolf's den. My wife passed away 15 years ago when the boys were little from cancer, and it was me. I had a mech room in the basement. We fought. It was awesome. House smelled like sweat. Boys. Everyone who stayed at my house, make your bed. Pick up. How do the dishes get into the dishwasher? Magic? No. No. Unless my name's Magic. Right? You rinse them off. Why do I rinse them off? I put them in the dish. Because that takes the food. The dishwasher sanitizes them. We have to teach our kids that. And you know what? It paid off. My boys went to college, played football. After college, Dario moved to Austin, Texas. Frankie was in Bloomington, and they moved in with other guys. 1 year. And they told me, they go, I'm getting my own place. I can't, these people are pigs. And they think, I'm going to clean up after them? Oh, I'm so happy, right? Now, when I go visit, first thing I walk in, look at their room, the bed's always been, now I know. Maybe it's for me, because I knew I was coming. But we'll talk on a group chat, and my son Frankie's hilarious. And he's always like, hey, Dad, just so you know, I made my bed this morning, like I do every morning. Dario probably didn't. No, I did too. Right? But it's a good thing. But it will follow them and it will help them. All right, this is a 6-minute video, and then we'll be done. The last video.
Hello, I'm Spencer Collier, Director of the Alabama Department of Homeland Security. Across the nation, we have seen an escalation in active shooter events in workplaces, schools, and entertainment venues. I encourage you to be prepared and remember to run, hide, and fight should this happen to you. For more information, visit our website at dhs.alabama.gov.
It may feel like just another day at the office. But occasionally, life feels more like an action movie than reality. The authorities are working hard to protect you and to protect our public spaces. But sometimes, bad people do bad things. Their motivations are different. The warning signs may vary, but the devastating effects are the same. And unfortunately, you need to be prepared for the worst. If you were ever to find yourself in the middle of an active shooter event, your survival may depend on whether or not you have a plan. The plan doesn't have to be complicated. There are 3 things you could do that make a difference. Run, hide, fight. First and foremost, if you can get out, do. Always try and escape or evacuate, even when others insist on staying. Encourage others to leave with you, but don't let them slow you down with indecision. Remember what's important, you, not your stuff. Leave your belongings behind and try to find a way to get out safely. Trying to get yourself out of harm's way needs to be your #1 priority. Once you are out of the line of fire, try to prevent others from walking into the danger zone and call 911. If you can't get out safely, you need to find a place to hide. Act quickly and quietly. Try to secure your hiding place the best you can. Turn out lights, and if possible, remember to lock doors. Silence your ringer and vibration mode on your cell phone. And if you can't find a safe room or closet, try to conceal yourself behind large objects that may protect you. Do your best to remain quiet and calm. As a last resort, if your life is at risk, whether you are alone or working together as a group, fight. Act with aggression. Improvise weapons. Disarm him. And commit to taking the shooter down, no matter what. Try to be aware of your environment. Always have an exit plan. Know that in an incident like this, victims are generally chosen randomly. The event is unpredictable and may evolve quickly. The first responders on the scene are not there to evacuate or tend to the injured. They are well trained and are there to stop the shooter. Your actions can make a difference for your safety and survival. Be aware and be prepared. And if you find yourself facing an active shooter, there are 3 key things you need to remember to survive. Run, hide, fight.
All right, good video, explains it, right? If you're buying an exit, get out. If you're not, like if you're at Cherryvale Mall and you're not buying an exit and you hear gunfire, don't just start running because you might be running towards it, right? Because it echoes. If you're buying an exit, get out. If you can't, go into a store. They've been trained how to barricade, how to get you put away. What we find with active shooters are they know they have 3 to 5 minutes of carnage before police get there. So they try to do as much damage as possible. They don't break into doors, pick locks, they try to get as much damage done as possible. And the last one is then we fight. So I was in Orlando and spoke to the officers that handled the Pulse nightclub shooting. There's 300 people in the nightclub, guy came in and started shooting. everyone tried to run and he was just picking people off. If any of those people would have turned and went at him, they could have saved a lot of lives. And it's happened in active shooters around the nation, where guys have went after the shooter and actually saved people's lives. That's a hard thing to do, run toward gunfire, right? But it just takes one person. Now, again, I've been fighting my whole life, and one person coming at me is probably gonna have a hard time. But 2 people, then 3 people, 4 people, when you start grabbing on the limbs and using body weight to hold someone, it can be done. And it has been done numerous times, okay? This is Sheriff Caruana. So he's the one that, when I started 10 years ago, I told him I do safe training for the public, and he loved it, and he goes, absolutely. So he's the one that allows me to go out and speak to 65,000 people for no charge and pass this stuff along. So if you ever get the opportunity to meet him, shake his hand, look him in the eye and say, wow, Sheriff, that Frank Ingardona, you really got something. I've told 65,000 people this. He's a friend of mine, and he'll call me, he's like, I'm shopping, and some lady walks up and goes, you're the sheriff, right? And he goes, I feel so proud. She goes, Frank Ingardona's the best. He goes, I'm really good. So if you get the opportunity, please. All right, that's my presentation. If you have questions, I can try to answer them. If not, thank you for your attention, and go with God.
If you could repeat the question, then answer it, if someone has a question.
Yep. There's your questions, yes.
I know there's a panhandler on state and trainer. I passed them, I don't know how many times they were going all the time. And I kind of feel guilty because he's standing there with such a sweet looking dog. It's like a statue. And when I go to Tiger, I think, oh, I felt like going around back to real money.
It's a big thing now. They use dogs because we all have, I think we all love dogs more than humans. Right, and that's why they have
dog
them with
trained.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right, but trust me, there are other options for this person he doesn't want to take. There are rules at the what's the big word I'm looking for here? People help me.
Shelter?
I've had so many times. Huh? Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, but they have rules. You can't be on drugs, you can't drink, right? So they don't like them rules, so they are out on the street. But there are churches, there are plenty of places that will help people. On the corner, you know, handing money to them that doesn't help. Because there's probably, the sad thing is the dog's probably not going to get anything to treat for that money. He's going to buy dope or booze.
Yeah.
I was in Tucson, Arizona, training. We were walking down the street, and this guy was standing with a sign, and it said, "It's awfully hot. Could use a beer." I was like, "Hey, right?" He probably got a lot of money for beer. But people were like, "Oh, hey, right?" That happened.
Can I stand up and say something?
Sure.
I'm Dan Weber. When you guys see a police officer, go up to him and thank him for his services and ask him to be safe.
Yeah.
Because we need law.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, in today's world, police officers are damned if they do and damned if they don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's totally wrong.
Right.
Let them know you care about them.
Amen.
It's a hard job that, you know, and that's, so my mom, God bless her, my mother, after she saw something on TV, a police officer was fighting with a guy, and oh my goodness, she goes, why did it take so many police officers to fight that guy? Aren't you guys all trained like ninjas? And that people think, right? We're these highly trained, some of us who take it upon ourselves to train, but for the most part, we're just normal people like everybody else doing a tough job, right? I spoke with a guy at an outing, and I asked him, really distinguished gentleman. I go, what do you do for a living? He goes, I'm a neurosurgeon. I'm like, oh, you're a brain surgeon. Wow, that's cool, right? And we're talking a little bit. He goes, what do you do? And he goes, I go, I'm just a cop. And he goes, hang on, just a cop? He goes, let me tell you something, son. He goes, I went to school a long time to do what I did. I walk into the OR, I have a whole team around me. The person's skull is opened up. I walk in, I do what I do. If I save them, I'm a hero. If I don't, that's brain surgery. He goes, you deal with human emotion. And every person you deal with is different. And some blame you for the choices they made. He goes, your job's a lot tougher than mine. So I, like, what do you think the next thing I said was? Should we
Thank you.
exchange bank accounts? I tried. All right. Any other questions? Yes.
So I had a situation once where I was stopped by an attorney by a family member. Most of them are with their son, but this one approached the car, started banging on the window, started doing this, advice when you're like trapped.
Lay on the horn. Lay on the horn, and if you can get, if there's nobody coming and you can safely go, go.
Go.
But lay on the horn, and they don't like attention like that being brought to them. But they are getting more aggressive now because I think more people are tired of handing them money, especially the young ones. It's like, you're as young as me, go
Get a
you're
job.
younger. Go get a job. But they don't want it, that's their job.
Can't you arrest them for that?
Yeah, so a judge in Chicago, we used to be able to arrest them and take them off the street. A judge in Chicago said, no, they have every right to be out there begging for money. So, a federal judge in Chicago made this decision. So, now we can't just arrest them for that. But, when they do approach your car, yes, we can arrest them, because now it's impeding the roadway. So, but arrest them means write them a ticket, hand it to them, they laugh at you, throw it away, and keep going. Because our laws now have come to the point where nobody goes to jail unless, so the whole Safety Act thing, that cash bail, there's no more cash bail. So they see a judge and the judge lets them out.
Yeah.
And supposedly this was going to be where we had 700 people in our jail, this was going to take a lot of them away because they're getting left out. Guess what? We have 780 people in our jail now because what happens is they let them out, they don't show up for court, they get a warrant. We arrest them, they go to court, they let them out, they don't show up again, we arrest, finally the judge gets mad enough that he puts them in jail. So here's my thing about no cash bail. You're hurting people. Some of these people, mentally ill, sick, they need that structure. They need 3 square meals a day. When they're there, they get their medicine. When they're back on the street, they don't. So we're really not helping anyone by throwing them back onto the street. They thrive when they're in our jail because they get fed, it's warm. I used to arrest guys back in the day that they would say, take me to jail, I'm cold. I'm like, I can't just take you to jail for no reason, right? And then they throw a rock through a window, he goes, how about now? I'm like, oh crap,
Yeah.
don't do this, right?
Oh my gosh.
Some people, they need that structure and the laws, you know, they didn't ask people who knew. They just thought they knew how to make things better. Do police need more training? Absolutely, 100%. I'm a trainer, so I believe in training. Do police need different standards? Absolutely. Should we be careful? Should we be empathetic? Should we? Absolutely. But what they didn't change any of that. It didn't get us more hours for training. We do online training that you go like this. Yeah. Just keep clicking past things, and then you get your certificate. Got it. I'm mandated. It didn't do anything to help anybody. So, yes.
Are there any videos that we can show our children about this information?
This one.
I can't remember absolutely everything.
Right. I gave a sheet. She's gonna make copies of everything I kind of talked about, so you can go through it.
Okay.
I do speak to children. I have a safe training for younger children, which doesn't have any of the violence. I talk more about bullying and this and that. Then I have one for high school age kids that are driving, that are going off to college. I talk about drugs, alcohol. I talk about all that with them. So I have different programs that I do speak with kids about, and I've been to a lot of Schools, usually the private schools, Rockford Christian, Rockford Lutheran, where I've spoke to kids. The last 2 days I was at Christian Life speaking to kids, so
Do you have any videos?
I don't have the videos, no.
Uh-oh, Barb does, she just videotaped.
She does, I mean, she just videotaped this whole thing, but like some of this stuff for kids is kind of scary,
Yeah.
depending on
Yeah,
their
for
age.
children.
Right, yes.
Google something on YouTube.
Yeah, I bet you.
Spam calls.
They're all over the place, aren't they? They're all over the place. The good thing is, a lot of them now are automated, so you just hang up. I mean, back in the day, it was somebody talking to you, and I kind of enjoyed that because I play with them. My Aunt Lil,
Aunt Lil.
we had to take her financing because she had a heart this big, right? And she didn't understand, and she would give money to people all the time, because, oh, but they have a problem, they feel bad. It was like, Aunt Lil, they're scamming you, right? But she was a good person, she was a saint, so she couldn't understand not helping people. Yeah.
Somebody called me, they said that she is an FBI agent. She talked to me such a
Yeah,
vocabulary and language, very professional way.
yeah, just hang up. Nothing good's gonna come from it. If you don't know the people and they start talking about, hang up. Just hang up on them.
She said that.
Or if you have caller ID, if you don't know it, hang up.
Somebody stole your social security.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but I lost $2,000.
Right. They have the ones that they call and, Grandma, I got in trouble, I just need, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they work on your heartstrings. 99.9% of them are all scams.
Okay.
So that 0.1%, you know, if my son calls and I need bond money, and I go, I don't believe you. Should have got in trouble. Yes.
But you know, what do you do if a policeman comes to your house? How do you verify that really is a policeman?
Uniform.
But anybody can get a uniform. can't
Well, uniform squad car, that's hard to do, right? But if you're unsure, 911. Hey, I have a policeman at my door. They will tell you whether he's real or not, right? So you can't use that as an excuse, like, I didn't pull over because I didn't know the lights and I didn't know if he was real. Right.
Yeah,
You can always
give
hit
him a call.
911 and say, hey, there's somebody at my door that says, police officer, what's going on? And they will verify, or say, don't open your door, we'll have squads on the way. Because there are people who, that do that. Yes.
Has Rockford gotten to the point where you think it's irresponsible of me now to run errands when it's dark out?
No, and it's, so here's my thing. I don't want any of you to be scared to live your life, right? I don't tell you these things to put fear into you. I tell you these things so you are aware, right? Difference of being aware and confident than scared and not in control. So no, live your life, still enjoy life, just pay more attention, right? And if you pull up and you see some guy lurking around, don't get out of your car, take off. Or if you're walking out of a store and you see somebody, go back in and say, hey, I'm scared, I think someone's out there, can you walk me out? One more person with you changes everything. Have one more person walk with you, you're gonna be better off. Concealed carry. Concealed carry, we talked about this. Here's my view on concealed carry. It's your right, but please take it as important as I did. I've trained with my handgun thousands and thousands of hours. I've trained with someone trying to take it from me thousands and thousands of hours. I know the laws inside and out. I know I can use it if I have to.
Thank you.
I have no reservations of protecting my life or someone else's life with death or great bodily harm. I have no reservations for that. Some people do. Some people are like, I could never hurt another person. Well, then understand that. Because if you have a gun out and you're using it to try to scare someone, they can take it from you and use it against you.
Right.
So you have to know all these things. And we have to know that the only time I can use my firearm against someone is to protect my life or someone else's life from death or great bodily harm. Can't be for you stealing something from me. It can't be from you burglarizing my home and running out. We had a case at Lowe's 173, and I laugh, but a guy's running out of the store pushing a cart with a big generator in it, and the worker behind him going, "Stop, thief!" And a guy gets out of his truck and he goes, "My chance." Pulls his gun and says, "Stop, thief, or I'll shoot." Nobody in the history of our job, when you point a gun at them, stop.
Right.
They run faster because they know you can't shoot them, right? "Stop, thief!" The guy looks, keeps running, shoots around. Thank God it didn't hit him. Went over his head. Guy gets in his car, takes off. When we get there and we take this person's FOID card, concealed carry card, confiscate his weapon, and arrest him, he can't understand why. He goes, "I'm a hero." I would, no. As a police officer in full uniform, I couldn't shoot at someone stealing something, right? There's rules, and we have to know the rules inside and out. So by all means, if you feel that a gun can protect you and you want that, it's your right, but please spend the time that I have, just going to a 2-day concealed carry class and never training on how to defend it or the law is kind of dangerous. Yes.
If we are going to use pepper spray.
Yes.
So we have it out of our purse walking in.
Yep.
How far away do you have to be?
It's usually
to be able to
15
have
foot. 15
Really?
foot, depending on wind and, all that stuff. But, if they get closer, that's fine too. You can,
And you go right for their face?
absolutely. I've been sprayed hundreds of times.
Oh.
Not as a bad guy, as a training, fighting with people and somebody sprays it over my back. Like, why would you do that? I hate it. I can't breathe, I choke, I can't see. It worked great. Doesn't work on everyone. I've sprayed people before and they just looked at me, I'm like, holy cow. Right? Maybe they sprayed it on their food, I don't know. But yeah, you can, but the same thing applies, right? I'm in fear for my life. I'm in fear that you're going to hurt me. You can't just, if somebody walks by and goes, "Morning," you go, we have to be in fear of being hurt, that we can use it to defend ourselves, and you're never gonna get in trouble for that. You'll get in trouble if you use it offensively because you're mad at someone. Somebody cut you off in line, something that isn't dangerous to you, right? Okay.
What about domestic violence?
What?
What?
What about domestic violence?
Domestic violence,
The-
what?
Domestic violence?
Wife can spray on
Yes.
Oh, wife can spray.
No, don't go
No.
home spraying.
No.
I said I could.
Yeah.
No. All right, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Oh, that's very good. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm glad we were able to.
How do I stop it?
Uh-oh.
Oh, sugar, wait. Go back. Stop.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, in the middle. Live.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I know, that's what I would have done.
Maybe here?
That X right there?
No, that just.
No, that just doesn't. Oh, create? No. Live. Yeah, you usually. Wait a minute, right here? No. Oh, that's the thing. I was thinking, are you what? End.